By Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, and our elders, and the Akim that pushes truth out week in and week out in truth and sincerity. All right? We the Hebrew Israelites. We here to deliver the Most High and the Lord's message. Their name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right? And the message is salvation for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. The 2/3 of the nation of Israel will be destroyed, along with you heathen nations, starting with the so-called white man, all right, known as Esau, East Indians, Elam, Ham, the Africans, Ishmael, the Arabs, all right, Moab, Ammon, you Chinese, you Japanese, and you Koreans, all right?
Yep. Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old.
This is talking about the prophets of all the generations and all the empires. All right?
Prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So the prophets prophesied during each kingdom of war, evil, and pestilence. Those are the major empires. The prophets were out prophesying against them. And what we're here doing now, in the end of his empire, prophesying against Babylon the Great, which is America. Babylon the Great is America. And who runs Babylon the Great? Esau. Who is Esau? You Caucasians. Some with the elites of you. And what is more your stronghold? America is a harlot that sits on a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. That's NATO and the EU. And America, that's the global superpower, all right?
This is Isaiah 13:2. Lift you up a banner upon the high mountains.
That banner is a Bible. The Holy Bible is a banner. And the high mountain is America, and the elites rule America. So we lifting up the Bible against Esau and his kingdom. We're not talking of our own opinion. We're reading out of the Bible and delivering a message.
Yeah, speaking of the Esau's kingdom, the rulers of this current world is the elite banking families, and they got sub factions like the Sabbatean Franks. You know what I'm saying? And different, Illuminati factions that they are ruled by, man. Which is all according to the Bible. It's called the Mistress of Witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great. All right.
And this is mentioned of in the Bible. So this showing this is a truth book, the truth, because these religions out here, the Quran, the 5%ers, and all of that, they don't go into the ruling elite and the empires and the prophecies. You know what I mean? The Quran doesn't.
Right. The Lord said, lift up the banner upon the high mountain, and the high mountain is a high government, such as America. You know what I'm saying? Which mainly is dealing with America, because America is that mystery Babylon the Great. So it says, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand.
We're exalting the voice and we're shaking the hand. We forcing you people to bring about your new world order, man. To hurry up and make martial law in all the 50 states.
That they may go into the gates of the nobles.
So you go in the gates of the nobles to further get us off the corners, to further issue them executive orders, to bring in this police state fully. All right? Because when the real police state happen, they're not gonna let everybody know. They're just gonna move in on the people, man.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
That's right. That's the angels and the elect. All right? The elect.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
That's right. So the Lord is about to he about to return soon. But we're gonna have things leading up to that. Things are not going to get better. Right? Things are not going to get better, man. Happy days is over. All right? The happy days are over, and we are the prophets of doom, man. We promote the destruction of America and Esau's rulership. Okay? In season and out, whether we tired or sluggish, you know?
Yep, there's a precept for that. Revelation 19 and 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
The armies follow who? Yahweh upon white horses, chariots. And the white represents purity. Because the angels don't make mistakes. The Lord don't make mistakes. The Most High don't make mistakes. Us mortals make mistakes.
Clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And
That's representing purity and power. Go ahead.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword.
Now the sword is not actually going out the Lord's mouth. The Lord is going to direct concentrated fire out of those chariots or wherever he wanted to shoot from, but mainly the chariots. The Lord going to plead with all flesh, meaning he going to destroy it. He's not coming to speak. All right. So it's not he's going to shoot concentrated fire, and the Lord's spirit going to be on those intercontinental ballistic warheads. Ballistic missiles or warheads. The spirit going to be on them, guiding them. All right? That's how because the Lord is not going to do no talking. You know how in the world a person say they gun talk for them? You know, the Lord going to deliver and destroy.
It says that with it, he should smite the nations.
He's going to smite the nations. They're going to be beaten to powder through concentrated fire and thermonuclear destruction.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And afterwards, he's going to rule with a rod of iron. He's going to enforce the true laws of his father, Yahweh.
And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty power.
The wine press, these people are going to represent grapes. Ancient world, the right way, you step on the grapes. Manpower. And the blood of the grapes, they use to, ferment and make wine, but the people represent the grapes. It's going to be bloodshed. And a lot of them, this is going to be fried, but you're saying bloodshed, but a lot, and millions upon millions, maybe millions going to be destroyed through thermonuclear destruction.
Yeah. Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Edom. That's it, Yahweh Shai. Because he's going to destroy Edom. And Basra is America. Modern day Basra is America. So that the dyed garments, meaning it represents bloodshed, but it's symbolic because the Lord is going to vaporize the majority of the people. So that blood, it's not actually going to be blood on his garment. Got it.
This that is glorious in his apparel.
Yeah, the Lord gonna be glorious in his apparel. He's gonna be standing on the main ship. That defies all the laws of mortal men. You know, the elements in this realm. You can't imagine that. Mortal men can't, we can't. So the Lord gonna be standing on the main ship. Spiritual realm gonna open up and the ships gonna appear. And the Lord gonna be standing on the main one while they're in the sky, standing still.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
The greatness of his strength was gonna have legions of angels. Those ships gonna blot out the sun.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
That's right. So the prophet Ezra saw this vision, all right, and he was afraid. And he boasted in this because the Lord showed him the vision.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel? and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Yeah, because the Lord it's going to be mad. The Lord going to take all these rulership, all these armies out of their power. A lot of people going to be burnt up just from the Lord shooting them and the angels shooting that concentrated fire.
It says, in thy garments, verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to the Lord gets the victory and get the bragging rights. Any leader of an army, any leader of a nation, the leader gets the credit of the battle. You know what I mean? The Lord did it alone. Everything, Yahweh put everything under Yahweh Shai's rule. So it's Yahweh Shai's army. It's Yahweh Shai's battle. Yahweh Shai gave the angels a marching orders. Right?
Yeah, real quick. Jeremiah 44:7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way.
That's right, the lion of Judah, Yahweh Shai.
He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate.
From his place, the spiritual realm, on the right side of his Father, the Most High, because the Most High gave the marching on them, take the kingdom down. That's it. And it's the Lord, and the Lord is a man of war, as is spoken of in Exodus.
And thy city shall be laid waste without an inhabitant.
Cities laid waste without an inhabitant. Because no man is going to dwell here in this land. It's going to be a desert. America's going to be a desert from the concentrated fire from the chariots and the nuclear missiles. We constantly promoting the chariots because people don't think,
Right.
they think that this is sci-fi. When it's not, they give the so-called white man too much credit. The so-called white man gets his ideas from the Bible. Those spaceships are the chariots. So the Lord gave mankind wisdom to create airplanes, cars and stuff. So you mean to tell me the one that gave him his creativity, whether on the left hand or right side, is not going to have something of a higher stature? They don't need vehicles, but come on.
Yeah. Says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury.
That's the Lord going to trample them and tread them. He's going to beat them to powder through concentrated fire. Those lasers have the same effect as the nuclear warheads. Even more. They're quicker. Those lasers zapping people before the missiles. Or maybe at the same time. However the Lord wants to do it. You know?
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain on my raiment.
I mean, it's going to be a mass death when the Lord returns with the angels, man. All right? It's just a slaughter. This place is a one big sacrificial altar, man. All these goats, animals, man, the people.
For the day of vengeance is in my heart.
Their vengeance in the Lord's heart. He only been here 2 days ago. 2,000 years and some change. All right? So it's still, the Lord anger didn't die down. It got more intense.
Yep. And the year of my redeem is come.
The year to redeem. Who's going to redeem the nation of Israel? Yahweh Shai. Starting with the elect. You know? So we not envious of the oppressor. This is their time to rule. Have your fun. Enjoy it. Don't bitch in the kingdom, which they are. So we have the Lord willing, we have the spiritual power to play back the scenarios of when they was in their rulership. Mention that in the book of Lazarus, the rich man. You got it.
We know that represents Israel, the dynamic between Israel and Edom, man.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to be known who was being in the stead of Lazarus and who was in the stead of the rich man. You know what I'm saying? Which is you goddamn Edomites is the rich man, and you Israelites, all right, are Lazarus. So-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? But this is what the scriptures say, which is going to come to pass regarding these judgments. Jeremiah 25 and 29, for lo, I will bring evil on the city which is called by my name. That's talking about you Jakes, man.
Yeah.
All right,
City of peace.
Yep, the city of peace. All right, you were the only people that the Most High has love for. Pursuing the, what is that? Amos 3 and 1.
Yeah. Out of
all the families, out of earth, you only have I known, man. Right? Because what's about to come to pass upon you Jakes, you can see what the beginning stages with Trump right now is Jacob's trouble, man. He's ushering in martial law without saying martial law, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And should ye be utterly unpunished?
Should ye be utterly unpunished? Yeah, so the so-called white men and our people, 2/3 of our people gonna be destroyed. And you mentioned DC.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're gonna hit a lot of areas because you know DC, Bennett Road, that runs into PG County, Prince George County, and all of that in Maryland. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're gonna do the other areas. Like Trump gonna get it in like that.
Yep.
Oh well.
And it says, should ye be utterly unpunished, you shall not be unpunished, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth.
So the Lord gonna call for a sword. That sword is thermonuclear destruction and many other destructions, but mainly that thermonuclear destruction.
Yep. Saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts.
Yeah.
Therefore, prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation, and he shall roar upon his habitation, he shall give a shout, and they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord hath a controversy with the nations.
The Lord got a controversy with the nation, so the Lord gonna plead with all flesh with fire. You know, the nations have been terrorizing the nation of Israel and breaking the Most High's laws, man. They've been proud. The Lord gonna enact judgment on them, man. That's it. Thermonuclear destruction for America is inevitable. I don't know. You could laugh at us all you want. You could say we don't got no money, how we dress, how we look, what is our occupation. None of that shit matters about the destruction that's going to take place. So, you know, none of that matters. I don't care how educated you are, who your president is in power, what you own. That's it.
He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
Whoever wicked, they're going to be given to the sword. That's it. I don't care what your preacher says. What your preacher says, because all he's doing, he's a poverty pimp. His nice vehicle, house, or whatever. I don't care, he's a great speaker, well-groomed, so-called well-mannered. None of that matters, man. The Lord gonna burn him up and that church.
Yeah, the scriptures say, behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, man. So that's, hey, that's majority of you people, the inhabitants of the earth, man. All right, because you people are sinning against the Heavenly Father, man. We're dealing with you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans. All right? You the ones that the Lord is talking about, man. In particular, the so-called white man already is the wicked, which is why the scripture says this. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Says, rejoice and be glad. So y'all supposed to be living it up. All you Caucasians should be living it up. You should be prospering. There should be no homeless Edomites, you Caucasians. You should not be poor. This is your kingdom. You are slacking. You are not, what is it? You are not achieving. You are underachieving. You are not utilizing your time wisely. There should not be any poor Caucasians. This is your rulership. How you gonna be ruling and then some of you poor? That make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
Hey, man, like we mentioned earlier,
You got the complexion for the connection. How are you poor?
you gotta remember, you know what I'm saying? We dealing with the wicked and rulership, so things are gonna be out of order.
Yeah, I'm here to ask.
No, I know, brother. I know where you're coming from. All we're saying is to put it in perspective according to the Bible and according to prophecy. We know that this world is ruled by an oligarchy, man.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's ruled by few.
Yeah.
Few rule. All right? That's what the word oligarchy goes into. Okay? And then I mentioned some of them, like the Sabbatean Franks and the elite banking families, the international bankers, and they got, different conglomerates like the CFR and all of that. And then they keep the wealth controlled within a very consolidated area, man. So they don't want majority of their people to have wealth like they do.
Yeah, so
they want to oppress them, man.
So if you're a Caucasian and you poor, you're a two-time loser.
That's what it is, man.
You're a two-time loser, man.
And that's what the scripture said. What does the scripture say? When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't. Once again, yo, it's the Lord has a sense of humor because your people are ruling the planet and you're poor. Oh man.
It's quite the conundrum, isn't it?
See ya. You don't want to read.
Yeah.
You got it.
It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
The modern day land of Uz is America. America. See, America is a place that fronts. You know what I mean? You got people that live beyond their means, but this is a place where so-called people can come up. It's an illusion. It's all credit, but they can come and make something of themselves.
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
That cup of affliction, slavery, mourning, loss of children, the cup that we had to drink. And you're going to have the most potent part. It's not going to be any chaser. It ain't going to be watered down. I mean, you're going to be intoxicated and dehydrated off this cup. No mercy. And you're going to have every drop. Nothing's going to spill. You got it.
Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, you already exposed already. The world knows that you're a biggest thief. You are the devil. You stole everything. You're the wicked. The world knows that you're a fraud. You stole your identity. The whole world knows it. It's just a lot of people scared to speak up.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Our punishment is almost accomplished, and it's accomplished. We're not serving any more slaveries. We're just going to suffer this beginning of this New World Order. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed on this side, but this is it. No more captivities.
He shall no more carry thee away into captivity.
I mean, we're not going into captivity no more. This is it. So that's why these nations should rejoice. Live it up. Enjoy these moments if it was your last. Because after this, man, 1,000 years slavery, And then you're going to be exterminated, man. You're going to get burnt up again.
He will visit thine iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Your sins. So you haven't been paid back for what you've been doing since you came into power. Since Alexander, since all the way back to the Babylonian time. No? The Romans time. The revival of the Roman Empire. So you've been winning. You haven't got your full judgment. Well, the Lord got you. It's reserved. He has a reservation for your ass.
Psalm 75 and 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same.
So that's that destruction, that punishment. The Lord is removing it from our hand and putting it in so-called white man's hand in these nations. They're gonna all get their share.
Yep. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
That's the most potent part. Right.
Notice it says, all the wicked of the earth, man.
All the wicked.
Dealing with you other nations as well.
Yeah.
Brother mentioned in the beginning again, you fucking Hamites, so-called Africans, you so-called Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, you all wicked too. You are joint heirs alongside of Esau and his rulership, man. Got something, bro? Go ahead.
Obadiah verse 15 says, for the day of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Yo, the judgment is near all you heathens. And that thou hast done, because you swallowed up the nation of Israel. Your O's and conglomerate. Your O's and conglomerate, man. Together. All you nations were in league against the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Alright? And then you got us so-called envying each other. Or envying each other, man. Y'all behind the scenes.
It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So it's gonna be your time where you guys starve, where you serve slavery, harsh slavery, man. All right. So we're gonna deal with you according, and we ain't gonna do the wickedness you was doing, but it's gonna be in righteousness. But remember, we're gonna have spiritual power.
Yep.
So, like, you might think you was working a full 24 hours, and then we got the power that 1 second seems like a whole day. When you enjoying yourself, how fast that time go. When you sometimes doing hard work, it might be prolonged. You know what I mean? In some instances. So we're gonna have the power. The Lord gonna give us spiritual power. So we might, they might think they worked a full day and then only a second passed. Only 20 seconds passed. What you think is a full day? Oh my God. Yeah. We won't really stick it to you.
Or shall meditate terror.
Yeah.
It says, it shall be done unto thee, thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Your reward gonna turn on your own head, because your whole thing was to keep us in captivity, bring us back into slavery, right, and then exterminate us. The whole nation, if not, leave a few sprinkles and keep breeding a little bit to further this work for you. You know what I mean? So your whole plan is to destroy the nation of Israel. Who are the nation of Israel? Who is the nation of Israel? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Go ahead, you good? Hey, walk by, man. This y'all kingdom, man. Come on, man. Get your head up. Come on, man. I could be fucking up, but the Lord forgive me if they are.
Verse 16 says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Yeah, they have drunk. Who's the Lord's holy mountain and monument? The nation of Israel. And they drunk upon us. They prospered. They parasited off of us, man. By our destruction, they came up. Just in America alone, how much the nation of Israel spent? 3 trillion? Whatever. When you say 3 trillion, that's what some countries are worth, yo. Think about it. One of all things, we have to go to them. We don't have an industry or shipping. Import, export.
It says, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
That's right. So the so-called white man, we gonna grind you in slavery, man. We gonna work you to the bone, man. We gonna really work you to death.
Same scripture. Give to her double, reward unto her double. Revelation 18.
Yeah, but it's good news. It's only gonna be a long, drawn-out 1,000 years. The Lord's mercy. It's only going to be a long 1,000 years. That's it. That's the good news. Then you're going to be exterminated.
Yep. This is back, continuing in Psalm 75. This is verse 9, and read on down. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off.
The horns, that power of the wicked. Horns represent power. The Lord going to cut those horns off.
But the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
But the horn of the righteous going to be exalted. Who are the righteous? Starting with the elect, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, all right? So-called Negro, Latino, Native American. If they didn't hear me, I'll repeat. You know? See, the Lord take the lowly, because these people, they're pompous and they're proud. They really don't, they actually think that the Lord is not going to return to deliver the nation of Israel.
You were going to go to kids. I was literally.
That shows you they're fools, because if a nation of people is coming out all throughout the earth, prophesying the Bible, week in and week out in all weather, I'm going to listen to what they have to say. Coming out, not on their own might, fearlessly, meaning not fearing the outcome of this, only fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushai and honoring the order within the camps. It will get my attention. You know what I mean? But these people are stupid. Gross darkness. You got it.
Yep. This is Proverbs 12 and 3. A man shall not be established by wickedness.
Not gonna be established by wickedness. It gotta be unrighteous. Wickedness, it only lasts for so long. You know? Exactly. Then the judgment comes.
Yeah, look at the former kingdoms of the earth. Look at the former kingdoms of history, man.
Yeah.
The goddamn Egyptians, they ruled for some time and they went down because they was wicked as hell.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ancient Assyrian, Babylonian Empire, they ruled for some time, but they went down. And so on and so forth. All the way down to the Romans, who were Edomites, you know what I'm saying? Of the seed of Esau, who are the wicked, the third part of men, you know what I'm saying, as the scriptures call them. You know what I'm saying? They went to hell, their kingdom fell as well. But they was revived, all right, during the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
To fulfill what the scriptures is talking about, man. All right, because the deadly wound being healed, because all of the nations of the earth outside of the Israelites, the lineage of the sons of God, they were given over to wicked ways. They were given over to wickedness, man. All right, that's why if you understand what happened in the garden, it's so important to understand that tree of life that was given to Adam, man.
Yeah.
Because only Adam and his descendants was given that tree of life. All right, the ways of righteousness, man.
Yeah, and then knowing good and evil, both sides. That makes you a pure judge.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? you know both sides and you can properly judge and have discernment. You know?
Right. Says a man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved.
The root of the righteous not going to be moved because they're grounded, a strong foundation. That root is grounded and nourished with water around it, high vegetation, everything. Flourish, yeah. So, you know, and then you got the word, it's water, living water, it's continued. You know what I mean?
That's it, bro.
It's not that dead water, the whoa, like a little puddle or whatever, we got flies around it, you know? That's what these churches got, that's the wisdom. I puddle water.
Let me get
Isaiah 26 and 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
The Lord is going to come out of his place. All right? What place? The third heaven. There's more than one heaven, yes. The third heaven. The second heaven is the universe, multiverse, whatever you want to call it. That's the second heaven. First heaven is under this firmament, under the ozone. This whole world was supposed to be Eden, and that garden was the nation of Israel. All right? But yeah, the Lord coming from the third heaven, the fourth dimension.
For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
To punish the inhabitants of the earth. Everybody know it. Your leaders do. Your leaders know. Trump know. Why you mention the Space Force? They know the chariot sightings. Chariot's been messing with them.
Something that just came out, they saw the beings coming out of the chariots were so-called, they resembled African American.
See?
You know, so-called, dark skinned men.
Yeah, you see, this is just further information for other people that have small faith. See, we got the Lord gifted us with faith to where we don't have to see that proof. We got the proof in the scriptures. We don't need it. So it's a plus when the information like that come out. But we understand, we know.
It says, to punish the inhabitants of the earth for
Because
their
the inhabitants of the earth. Because them chariots is that's the curse that go out throughout the earth. And that curse is going to be in the house of the thief, the so-called white man. All right?
It says, the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
That's right, not earth. And this land here in America, man, because the blood can only be cleansed by the blood of Esau, man. Because he hasn't suffered his punishment yet. Sentence for an evil doing, sentence for is not executed speedily. Yeah.
back to Isaiah 13. Done? Isaiah 13, right? And 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
As a great people, that noise, and that great people, that's the army of them nuclear warheads.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle.
The Lord mustereth the hosts of the battle. The hosts of the armies.
Says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
From a far country, from the end of heaven, the nuclear warheads.
Even the Lord.
Even the Lord. So the Lord and the angels, they're gonna come from that fourth dimension. Simultaneously. The realms. Or what you want to call a portal gonna open. To give you a visual. So you can understand what we're talking about. Yes, the sky will crack open. And when it cracks open, that's them chariots gonna you're gonna know it's the Lord, and you're gonna know they're coming from the spiritual realm. And you're gonna know that playtime is over. And a mass destruction about to take place.
And the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Righteous anger to destroy the whole land. That whole land is America. It's going to be seen on the aerial view as a lake of fire. All 5,000 square miles are going to be drowning in nuclear fire. The earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard. Huh? So the earth is going to get cleansed by that shaking up. The air is going to get cleansed. The ocean floor. New lands are going to emerge, man. That fire from the earth's core going to rise up. Creating new land and purifying the land, man. Think about it, though. The Lord going to reboot the earth.
Verse 6, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It's going to come as a destruction from the Almighty. The Most High sending Yahweh Shai. All right?
There shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
And fear, of course, everyone's going to be in fear. We're going to be in fear. You know, this is not no game. The Lord is not speaking when he makes his presence. The elect is going to be scarcely saved, beamed up. Everything else here going to be vaporized, man.
Therefore, excuse me, I already read that. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Of course, man, because, man, not that fear. Some people going to wish to die and not going to die. They're going to pray for a heart attack. You know? Yeah, it's a scary thing.
They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Yeah, they're going to be afraid. They're going to be afraid, man.
Behold, the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua cometh cruel.
The day of the Lord cometh cruel. It's cruel because there's only a few that's going to be delivered here in America, throughout the earth. There's going to be a few that's delivered, man. It's going to be a mass slaughter. All the armies of the world going to be vaporized in the air by them lasers, man.
Like easily a strap on.
And then the people on land in America going to go out in nuclear fire.
It says both with wrath and fierce anger.
Both for wrath and fierce anger. The Lord is pleading with flesh with fire. Picture the whole sky here in America blanketed by mushroom clouds. So the clouds, the mushroom clouds, blinking in the whole sky, yo. The whole sky blanketed with mushroom clouds. And then the areas that didn't get hit yet, you can see them come down. They coming from the sky, yo. And here it might be daytime, but the Lord blotted out the sun with the chariots. The mushroom clouds blanket the sky at the same time. So it could be daytime, but it looked like this at night.
To lay the land desolate.
To lay the land desolate. So the Lord gonna make America desolate, a desert. From thermonuclear destruction. America's out of here, yo. America's no exception. The Roman Empire fell. The Babylonian Empire fell. The Greek Empire fell. The Assyrian Empire fell. The Persian Empire fell. So this place so you mean to tell me America and the EU is an exception? The EU, NATO, and that's an exception? Russia, China, nah.
Not at all.
Psalm 49, they're in your gardens of the houses shall continue forever.
Yeah. See that pride in their technology, man. You know? At the height of all these nations' power, they had the superior weaponry. Right? They thought they wouldn't fall. NATO and the EU and America, they think they're not going to fall.
Yeah, I know.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. Mass death. Mass death, man. Yeah, what the prophet said to you? You hate the water, the trees? Were you angry at the animals, the trees, the water? All of the trees, water, all that has a spirit to it. You know, I know some of the scoffers not going to believe that. Yes, it has a spirit to it. The Lord going to bring forth new water, new land, new creatures. Because their spirit, they're going to put them in new flesh again. Like what? The Lord can't do that?
So Jeremiah 50, verses 10. Start at verse 10. It says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil.
Chaldea? Chaldea, right? Who the modern day Chaldeans? Americans starting with the so-called white man.
And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied.
Yep, and Chaldea, America, all that spoil these shall be satisfied. These nations, they're going to shoot off their nukes.
Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
These nations rejoice, starting with the so-called white man at our demise. Yo, do your thing. Rejoice. Because you're going into slavery after this place is destroyed. That's right, the so-called white man is going into slavery. We went into slavery.
Because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls.
You grown, they got fat while we starved, man. They gained a lot. They preyed off the nation of Israel, man, continually, perpetually.
Yeah, what's that going to? That goes into plantation chattel slavery, man. All right? Free labor, man. Yeah, the slave trade.
Yeah, slavery is a good thing. I agree, slavery is a good thing because manpower is better than machine power. It's more value when somebody worked themselves to death to create something of so-called value. I'm starting to appreciate that. You know why, right? So willing to keep them. We're gonna work their nails off their fingers.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's a good thing. It's starting with but the top slave master gonna be Yahushua. Going down the rank. I'm good with whatever my piece I get. You know?
Absolutely.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for just seeing Yahushua and King David jack up the top elites.
Right.
Just me watching them, that's not enough for me. You know what I mean? Just me watching. You know what I mean? I get joy reading about it right now.
Verse 12, Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that
Great
bare
Britain. Because America derived out of Great Britain. The mother. She shall surely be what?
It says, your mother shall be sore confounded.
And she is. And it started when they exited the EU.
Right,
Brexit. Britain exited the EU. You know?
It says, she that bare you shall be ashamed.
It's going to be ashamed. Look what happened. Look at this place, man.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
The hindermost of that nations, that's over here, America. Look, this is the Western Hemisphere, the so-called New World. You know? Like all of the other continents is like damn near joined together over there. You know what I mean?
It says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited.
This America's not going to be inhabited anymore. No one's going to. This is going to be a desert. The desert creatures and the demons are going to be over here.
but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goes by Babylon shall be astonished, and
Yep.
hiss at her plague.
Yeah, they're gonna hiss and astonish our plagues, man. Damn, look at that place. And in the kingdom, we're not gonna be here. We might be in the chariots and fly past over here. Every review, yo, this place, Esau ruled this place. This place is a wicked ass place. You had Hermaphrodites, you had transvestites, you had all kind of dykes over here, yo. You know what I mean?
So any of the nations that got rich off America, they're gonna be, they're gonna be, they're gonna,
You had everything over here. You had so-called equality over here.
these people are what are consumers, are consumer nations.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's how they pretty much got rich.
Oh, by that traffic and by that great wisdom, all right. I forgot what's in Ecclesiastes, right? Yeah, it's about the. Look, we did 51 minutes out here. We was going, so when it just cut off, it cut off. You know.
It says back in Jeremiah 15 and 14, it says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows."
What's the bow? What's the bow? The bow is the silos, and them arrows are the nuclear missiles. And the warheads they gonna actually be the fire that breaks apart, you know, when it's launched. All right? Because that's the arrow that destroys now. No one's using arrows. Except what? Who only using arrows now? Papua New Guinea? In certain areas? But yo, the upgraded arrows are nuclear missiles. The upgraded arrows started from the bullets to the missiles. So the prophet's not going to say nuclear missiles. They're going to go by the terminology they had during their time. You know what I mean? They're going to use the terminology they had at their time. All right? They're going to use the words they had at their time. Like you speak to old timers, sometimes they use the old school words instead of new school words. You know?
It says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows."
Spare no arrows, spare no nuclear missiles, spare no nuclear warheads. All those nations gonna launch their missiles over here to America. I don't care what your politicians say, what your presidents say, what your billionaires say. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. It's prophecy. I don't care whatever you say, you can laugh about it. But remember what the men of the Lord said when it happened. Because it will happen in your lifetime. What?
Revelation 9 and 16, "And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
200 million warheads. 200 million nuclear warheads.
And I heard the number of them.
And the number of them, 200 million nuclear warheads. That's good news. America's gonna be destroyed. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's great. Mega. The Lord gonna make earth great again. By destroying most of you Edomites. Mega. Make earth great again. So the great news is America's gonna be destroyed.
Build up.
That's the thing, to see your enemy destroyed, man. That's a ruling class mentality. You know what I mean? To see your enemies destroyed. We don't want reparations. We don't want to be accepted by the nations, all right? We want our feet on your neck. All right? And it's crazy. The Lord make it well, we strategic with it. We might open the door for you and tell you good morning. You know what I mean? Tell you good morning. You know? Meanwhile, we like, yo, yeah, she's gonna be a nice little wench in the kingdom, a nice little toy, you know. You know what I mean? She gonna fear the, yo, yeah, these nations, they women, they gonna fear the bed chambers in the kingdom, man. They gonna fear them bed chambers, man. Cause we're gonna have our way with them. Righteousness.
That third leg again.
Huh? Yeah.
Definitely gonna have that third leg back.
Yeah, we gonna have that third leg back. They gonna think we stepped in them. I might have been corny, but fuck it, it was funny to me. Alright, you got it.
You got more than that, bro?
That was it. I have something else.
Go ahead.
This is
One, that's the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. The camera about to die, you know. We got it in a little bit.
Got it?
2 Samuel.
It's yours on topic, brother. About the destruction. We're talking about the destruction.
Yeah, this destruction, yep.
Right.
Because America will be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. We're going to keep repeating it. That's a great news. We got it.
It was pretty much about how, David subdued his enemies and rejoiced, in the Lord.
Okay.
That's the time,
All right, yeah, so, yeah, King David rejoiced when he took down his enemies. He always gave Yahweh Shai praise. He always prayed to keep that spirit upon him. And he was a shepherd to the nation of Israel, man. You know what I mean? And
Lord, we are the house of David, man.
Lord willing, we the house of David, man. You know? Yeah. That's right. And King Marshall, that was King David, all right? And we believe it. You know? You know what I mean? The apostles told stories about things he did. You know, they got the we hear their stories, so we could visualize and see the old videos and things like that. But we will see him in the kingdom. Because Lord willing, we the men of the Lord, he's coming back with the Lord. With all the brothers that fell in this thing. So, but I'm sorry.
No, you good.
So Lord willing, we can wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we like to give all praises to you. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, the prophet, double honor to our apostles, our bishops, our elders, and the Akim. Shalom.
Bob,